What's going down, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Holmes Hobbies Motor Control. It's your boy Josh, aka Coleman, and we've got, I still haven't came up with a name for this thing yet, but it is my Axial SMT10 monster truck that I kind of set up for mud trucking, I guess, mega mud truck stuff. So it's essentially my mega mud truck right now, and I am trying to go for the wheel speed. So if you guys haven't watched the last episode, go back and watch the last episode and see kind of why we're doing what we're doing here. Basically, I'm wanting to get more wheel speed out of this, but I'm wanting to also get more torque. So what I did was I swapped the motor and I went for a 550 21 turn Trailmaster Sport from Holmes Hobbies. Now that gave me about the same wheel speed in the end, but it also upped my torque. So now that I've got the extra torque, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to gear it up and see if we can't get some more wheel speed out of this thing without killing the motor. And if we do kill the motor, it's okay. I mean, this is one of the more affordable ones, so that's why I'm testing with this one. And we're just going to use it as a baseline and see what we can do. And then down the road, maybe we'll throw some of the, I don't know, maybe the Torque Masters or something like that in there. We'll jump up to a 13 turn or something and see what we can really get out of a brushed motor with these monster trucks. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. What we got to do to begin is we're gonna have to remove the cover off the spur gear here, so we will start with that. Now I'm pretty sure I can get it off without dropping all this out right now, so I'm probably gonna take that approach. Alright, so it looks like it may come loose now. I remember it being pinched kind of tight in the bottom last time. Let's see if we can, there it goes. Got it off. We'll set that aside. Alright, so there, now you can see the pinion gear here, or spur gear here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove this. I can just loosen this little, well, set screw here, grub screw, other places I guess. But we'll loosen that up, slide that pinion gear off there, and then what I'll do is I'll loosen this here and this here, and that's my motor mount screws for those of you that are new to this, and we're just going to slide this over. Oh, I'm blowing up. We're just going to slide this over a little bit, and that will allow me to put a bigger one on there, and we can get some more wheel speed. Now when it comes to this, I like to use things I have around the shop. So I have a little stash of pinion gears. Let's see what I got. Here we go. So see, I keep this on the side here. There's also old bearings and stuff. I just like to keep things because you never know what you're going to use. And in this case, there's a whole bunch of pinion gears in there. So we're going to go through these pinion gears and see what we can't get. Alright, you guys. So after combing through all of my pinion gears and just random junk drawers trying to find pinion gears that maybe were laying around, I was able to come up with a small assortment here. Now, the original one I started with was an 11 tooth. Alright, I believe that's what I pulled off there. Now, Axial actually includes an optional 13 tooth. Okay, so that's probably a good starting point to jump up, right? But then just to keep my options open, I went ahead and looked at what else I could find here. I actually had another 13 tooth. Then I found this guy right here. Which one was this? This one right here. Nope, this one right here. This is a 15 tooth, and it's a little rough. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little rough, but it's only really rough on one side, so I think I can make it work. And then I found this one, which I thought would be perfect. This is a 16 tooth, but unfortunately, as I was testing it out, it stripped out, so this one's a no-go. And then on the friggin' extreme end of stuff here, I have a 22 tooth pinion. Yes, a 22 tooth. Now I could throw that bad boy on there, and I'm sure this thing would be stupid fast, but it would probably need a push start because it would be gutless, I have a feeling. I don't know, maybe in the end we'll throw this on and see what we can do with this. I don't know. We'll talk about that in next episode maybe. But for now, let's go ahead. I'm really torn between just jumping up 2 teeth to a 13 tooth or jumping up all the way to the 15 tooth. 4 tooth difference is pretty big. You know, we're going to do that. Alright, there we go. So it takes a smaller set screw. Let's go ahead and throw a dab of thread lock on here just to play it safe. I'm going to put it a little on the lower side because I don't want the bottom part of this pinion to hit the actual spur gear just because it's rough. It looks like it flared out a little, so I've definitely used this one before. Now we can set the mesh. I like to get it done through sound and through feel. I like it to be literally to where I just have the slightest tick physically possible, to where I can hold the pinion gear steady and go back and forth with the spur gear until it is just barely possible to feel a little play, a little tick. The smallest amount of play physically possible. There's a lot of other ways to do it. People do it with a piece of paper and all kinds of different ways. So over the years, this is what has worked for me. There it is. You can hear it. It's perfect. Tighten the other screw down, and we're good. Perfect mesh. Alright, so now let's go ahead and do a full rotation of this. Make sure there's no funkiness. You don't want anything stopping it. You want to make sure there's no debris in there. Alright, you guys. Now this pinion gear is pretty rough, but it's installed, and we're going to go ahead and try it. Now, I can guarantee you already it's going to make a lot of noise. It's going to be an obnoxious, loud pinion and spur gear mesh, but that's okay. That's okay. I know what's going on in there, so there's nothing to worry about. It's just going to be noisy. And it's correct. It is noisy. So let's see what it can do. It's actually pretty fast. That is actually pretty fast. Let's take it out front and kind of see what it looks like out there. It's nasty outside. It's all stormy, but we're just gonna run out there real quick and see. I'm just curious. Stay, Joe. Stay. What up, man? Just testing. I'm telling you, man, we'll go cruise.
Wintertime drifting.
You know it. I ain't scared. That's the neighbor kid. He works next door. Subaru guy. He ain't too bad. All right, so this is, aside from the funny sound, it's actually pretty fast, especially compared to what it was from the factory. So it does like on the grass, it does like a burnout, like a four-wheel burnout when it takes off. And then on the pavement, it does like a wheelie from the stand. Not a big wheelie, but it does a wheelie. Which is pretty cool. Last time I had to go backwards and then hit forward in order for it to do it. Now it'll just do it. Alright, you guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. You know what it is. I'm going to see you on the next episode. Peace and chicken grease. Yeah. Woo, it's cold out here.